Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you've ever locked eyes with a woman and felt that split-second hesitation, that silent question hanging between you, this message is for you. Because sometimes the difference between what could have been and what is comes down to one brave step you didn't take. Before we go any further, subscribe and like this video. Not for me, but for the man you're becoming. The man who understands signals instead of second-guessing them. I'm going to speak to you not as a critic, but as a psychologist who has sat across from hundreds of women. I've listened to what they say and what they don't say. And here's the truth most men miss. When a woman wants you to make the first move, she rarely says it directly. Not because she's playing games, but because attraction, especially in its early stages, is subtle. It's emotional. It's vulnerable. She might lean in when you speak, just slightly closer than necessary. She might hold eye contact half a second longer than politeness requires. That pause, that's not accidental. That's an invitation wrapped in caution. You see, women are wired to assess safety and intention first. If she feels emotionally comfortable around you, her body language starts to soften. Her shoulders relax. Her laughter becomes more genuine. She mirrors your movements without realizing it. And here's where most men fail. They see the signs, but they doubt themselves. She's just being friendly. She's like that with everyone. I don't want to make it awkward. So they wait, and waiting feels safe. But attraction rarely rewards hesitation. When a woman consistently positions herself near you, initiates light conversation, or finds small excuses to continue interaction, she is lowering her guard. That's effort. That's interest. She may not say, "I want you to ask me out." But her energy says, "I'm open if you're confident enough." The first move isn't about dominance. It's about emotional leadership. It tells her you can handle uncertainty without collapsing into self-doubt. And deep down, that's incredibly attractive. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to recognize when the door is slightly open and have the courage to gently push it forward. There's a moment most men overlook. It's quiet. It doesn't look dramatic, but it tells you everything. She starts asking you personal questions, not surface-level things like, "What do you do?" I'm talking about questions that reveal curiosity about who you are beneath the surface. What made you choose that path? What do you actually enjoy doing when no one's watching? What's something most people misunderstand about you? When a woman moves the conversation from facts to feelings, she's not bored. She's investing. And investment is never random. Women don't emotionally explore men they feel neutral about. Emotional curiosity is selective. It's precious. If she's digging deeper, she's testing emotional compatibility. She's imagining what it would feel like to be closer to you. Now here's the subtle part. After you answer, she doesn't just nod. She reacts. Her eyes soften. She smiles slowly. She shares something personal in return. That exchange, vulnerability for vulnerability, is her creating a bridge, and she's waiting to see if you'll cross it. Many men respond logically. They give clean, controlled answers. They stay guarded. They treat her curiosity like an interview instead of an invitation. But when she opens the emotional door, she's hoping you'll step through with confidence, not oversharing, not performing, just grounded honesty. Another sign? She remembers small details about you. The coffee you prefer, the story about your childhood friend, the meeting you were nervous about. When she brings those details up later, that's attention, focus, intentional memory. People remember what matters to them. And if she teases you lightly, not to embarrass you, but to create playful tension, that's chemistry building. Teasing is safe flirtation. It allows her to express interest without fully exposing herself. She might challenge you just a little, disagree playfully. Hold your gaze with a smirk that says, "Are you going to step up?" This is where you lead. Not aggressively, not arrogantly, but decisively. When she invests emotionally, the first move doesn't need to be dramatic. It can be as simple as, "I like talking to you. Let's continue this over coffee sometime." Direct, calm, clear. Women are attracted to men who can read emotional temperature and respond without fear. She's not asking you to be perfect. She's asking you to be brave enough to meet her halfway. Another subtle signal that almost every man misses is what I call space invitation. Pay attention to how she positions herself around you, not physically at first, but energetically. If she shifts closer when you're talking, even slightly, it's not accidental. If she chooses to sit near you in a group or linger in your presence after conversation ends, she's subconsciously signaling comfort and curiosity. Comfort is the currency of attraction. When a woman feels safe enough to close her personal bubble around you, she's silently asking you to step in. She's testing whether you'll respond with confidence or shrink back in hesitation. Notice her gestures too. Light touches, brushing your arm, playful nudges, or even just letting her hand linger a fraction longer than necessary are not random. She's creating micro moments of connection that your brain registers subconsciously. It's her way of flirting without words. Her body language often mirrors yours. Crossed arms? She uncrosses them when you speak. Leaning forward? She leans in too. This mirroring is instinctive, and it's a strong indicator of attraction. She wants to feel in sync with you, and she's hoping you'll notice. But here's the twist most men never catch. She's also testing patience. She's watching to see if you pick up on the signals, if you can handle subtlety, if you're willing to take initiative without being prompted. Hesitation communicates self-doubt, while even a small, confident step communicates leadership. Listen to her voice too. It changes around people she's interested in. Softer tones, playful laughs, a slightly slower rhythm. These are cues she's regulating her behavior because she's attuned to your presence. She's curious about how you react. She wants reassurance that her interest will be met, not rejected. Finally, notice how she engages in conversation. She asks for your opinion. She seeks your advice. She values your perspective. This is her way of subtly testing your value, not in a manipulative sense, but to see if you can rise to the role of someone she wants to invest time in. When you recognize all these signs, you understand something powerful. She's ready. She wants you to make the first move, but she's giving you all the signals to ensure you don't stumble. It's a delicate dance of invitation and patience, and when you step forward at the right moment, the energy between you shifts instantly, from possibility to reality. This is why reading the room matters. Not just her words, but her energy, her small gestures, her attention. They all whisper one truth. She's waiting for you to act. Now let's talk about something most men completely misread: her testing moments. Women don't always spell out their interest in obvious ways. Sometimes they create small, almost imperceptible challenges, not to play games, but to see if you can lead, if you can take initiative without being told. You might notice her teasing you, light, playful, sometimes sharp, enough to make you think, am I overreacting? That's intentional. She's watching how you handle it. Do you crumble? Do you laugh it off confidently? Do you respond with charm rather than defensiveness? That response reveals a lot about your emotional control. She might test your attention too. A casual question like, do you always notice these little things? Or, you really remember that? Isn't idle chatter. She's gauging whether you're observant, whether you can pick up cues that matter, cues that indicate she's subtly signaling her interest. Then there's the curiosity test. She asks questions that dig past surface level. What's your passion? What really excites you? And she listens closely. Your answers tell her if you're someone she can invest energy in. Women are wired to protect themselves emotionally. They aren't giving away interest to just anyone. Your ability to respond with clarity, depth, and authenticity matters more than you realize. Another testing moment is her time. If she rearranges her schedule to spend moments with you, even small ones, she's signaling priority. But she's observing how you treat her time in return. Do you value it? Do you respect it? Or do you take her effort for granted? The first move isn't just about asking her out. It's about demonstrating that you see her effort and respond accordingly. Notice how she reacts when you tease her back. If she smiles, laughs, or subtly nudges closer, it's a green light wrapped in playfulness. She's showing you she's open to escalation, but still keeping the safety net in place. These moments are subtle, but they're deliberate. Women rarely invest emotional energy in men who fail these small tests. The key is simple. Respond with confidence, curiosity, and clarity. Don't overanalyze. Don't hesitate. Recognize the tests for what they are, invitations disguised as challenges. And when you finally step forward, even gently, it signals something powerful. You understand her world, you respect her boundaries, and you're willing to lead. This is how desire is cultivated silently, and why most men fail. Most men wait, overthink, and let the moment slip. But you, who notices these invisible threads, have the advantage. You can turn hesitation into connection if you act decisively, not arrogantly. Because the truth is, she's already decided she's curious about you. She's already wondering what will happen if you take the first step. The question is, will you? Here's a truth most men never hear. Women often give you permission to lead without saying a word. It's subtle, it's quiet, and it's one of the most powerful indicators that she wants you to make the first move. Have you noticed how she leans in when you speak? How her shoulders relax in your presence? How her laughter becomes slightly softer, more intimate? These are not coincidences. They are signs that she feels safe, open, and curious. She's leaving space for you to step in, and she's watching how you fill that space, not aggressively, not boastfully, just with calm, confident energy. If you hesitate, even slightly, she registers it. But if you respond with grounded decisiveness, her body and mind instinctively relax even further, sending more signals that attraction is growing. Another permission signal is the way she mirrors your behavior. Subtle touches, posture shifts, even matching your tone of voice. All of these are unconscious ways of syncing with you. She's subconsciously saying, "I'm comfortable with you. Step closer if you're willing." Notice her attentiveness, the way she remembers details about your conversations, the way she checks in about things you mentioned weeks ago. That's effort. She's emotionally investing in you without needing anything yet, and she's waiting to see if you'll recognize it and respond appropriately. Then there's the energy she brings into shared moments, playfulness, teasing, small touches, even light challenges. These are not games. They are her way of creating chemistry while keeping the interaction safe. She's testing boundaries, gauging your confidence, and simultaneously inviting you to escalate. The first move doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be perfectly rehearsed. A simple, confident gesture, "I'd love to continue this conversation over coffee," can instantly shift the dynamic. What matters is that you act, that you take the subtle signs she's giving and transform them into clarity. Here's the most important part. When you act decisively, you're communicating emotional leadership. You're showing her that you can navigate uncertainty without fear, that you're willing to step forward when others hesitate. That energy is magnetic. Women are drawn to men who can read the room, understand emotional cues, and act on them with confidence. She's already curious. She's already intrigued. She's already opening doors for you. Now it's your turn. Recognize the signals, trust your instincts, and step into the role she's silently offering. The first move isn't just an action, it's a declaration. And when done right, it changes everything. She's not just waiting for you to act, she's quietly hoping you will. Let's talk about her eyes, because this is where the truth hides in plain sight. The eyes don't lie. They reveal what words often mask. When a woman wants you to make the first move, her gaze will linger. Not just a casual glance, but a subtle, searching look, as if she's silently asking, "Will you notice me? Will you step forward?" Notice the small things. Pupils dilate slightly when she's engaged. Her eyebrows raise ever so subtly when she's curious. She may hold eye contact longer than normal, then look away with a soft smile, a fleeting mixture of vulnerability and invitation. These micro moments are windows into her feelings, and only a man paying attention will see them. Her eyes will often follow your movements, even when she's pretending not to. That unconscious attention is a strong sign of interest. She's tracking you, gauging your confidence, and wondering if you'll take initiative. Then there's the way she smiles. Not the polite, surface-level smile she gives everyone. I'm talking about the slow, real smile that reaches her eyes. It's unguarded, it's intimate, it's an emotional beacon, signaling attraction without words. When you notice it, your role becomes clear. She's giving you a green light. She might also use subtle teasing through her gaze. A playful look, a half smile, a raised eyebrow. These are flirtatious signals that test your response. She's inviting you to meet her energy, to mirror her confidence and curiosity. Another key indicator is how she reacts when you step into leadership in conversation or action. Her pupils may brighten, her posture may shift toward you, and she may unconsciously mirror your gestures. That's her way of rewarding your confidence, signaling that she's ready for you to escalate the interaction. And remember, women rarely give these signals to men they're not at least a little interested in. Every lingering look, every subtle smile, every mirroring gesture is intentional. She's hoping you will read the cues and act. So here's the secret most men miss. The first move is not about words alone. It's about reading energy, understanding unspoken signals, and responding with calm, decisive confidence. Her eyes are leading you to the path, but only you can take the step forward. Pay attention. Notice the details she cannot or will not say aloud. When you combine observation with courage, you transform hesitation into action. And when you act on these subtle cues, the dynamic between you shifts instantly, from possibility to undeniable attraction. She's already giving you every reason to step forward. The only question left is whether you will. Now, let's explore something even deeper, how she uses her voice to pull you in. It's subtle. Most men don't notice because they're focused on words instead of tone. But when a woman wants you to make the first move, her voice changes around you. It softens. It slows down. She speaks with a rhythm that's slightly more intimate than normal, as if she's inviting you to lean in, to pay closer attention. Listen for laughter too. Genuine laughter is rare. When she laughs at your jokes, even the small, imperfect ones, it's a signal of comfort, interest, and connection. And if she giggles or smiles while looking away briefly, that's vulnerability in motion. She's revealing herself without having to say it. Notice how she asks for your opinions or advice. What would you do? How do you see this? These aren't casual questions. They're a way of testing whether you're confident and grounded enough to respond with clarity. And they're also an invitation, a subtle, emotionally charged way of saying, I want to know what you think. I want you to take the lead. Her tone often mirrors her emotional state around you. Slight hesitations, softer vowels, a warm edge to her words. These are unconscious indicators that she's emotionally attuned. She's regulating her behavior because she's aware of your presence. That's huge. She's investing attention and waiting for you to step up. She may also introduce playful challenges, a teasing remark, a small disagreement, or a light challenge to your perspective. These are not tests to trap you. They're flirtation disguised as games. They create tension, spark curiosity, and give you the perfect opportunity to act with confidence and charm. And here's the core truth. When her voice is open, warm, and playful, it's an invitation, not verbal, but emotional. She's signaling that she's interested, that she's curious, and that she's waiting for you to take the first step. Most men wait too long. They analyze too much. They fail to recognize that the moment is already here. The signals are all around you. Eye contact, body language, curiosity, playfulness, and her tone. All of them converge to point one way, toward action. So listen, observe, tune into the energy she's radiating, and when the moment feels right, make your move. Speak with calm confidence, mirror her openness, take initiative. Because the first move is not just an act, it's the beginning of a connection she's already hoping for, guiding you quietly, emotionally, every step of the way. She's giving you the green light in every subtle way imaginable. Now it's your turn to cross the threshold. Finally, let's bring it all together. The signs, the energy, the unspoken invitations, because this is where action meets timing, and timing creates attraction. She's been giving you signals all along. The leaning in, the lingering eye contact, the playful teasing, the subtle touches, the emotional curiosity, the changes in her voice. None of it is accidental. Each gesture, each pause, each smile is a breadcrumb trail leading you to one undeniable truth. She wants you to make the first move. But here's the part most men get wrong. They overthink. They wait for perfection. They analyze, rationalize, and hesitate, imagining what ifs that rarely exist. She doesn't need perfect. She doesn't need rehearsed lines or flawless execution. What she wants is courage. She wants a man who can see her signals, understand them, and act calmly, confidently, decisively. When you finally take the step, whether it's asking her out, initiating a more intimate conversation, or simply closing the physical distance in a confident way, something shifts. The energy between you intensifies. The subtle tension becomes connection. Attraction moves from curiosity to desire. And the truth is, she's already been imagining this moment in her mind long before you acted. This is why understanding female psychology is so powerful. It allows you to read the invisible threads, notice what most men overlook, and respond in a way that makes her feel seen, understood, and safe, all at once. That combination is irresistible. That combination is magnetic. So don't hesitate. Don't wait for a perfect moment that doesn't exist. Trust the signs she's been giving. Trust your instincts. Step forward with calm confidence. Speak your truth. Act decisively. Even small gestures carry immense power when they are aligned with awareness and emotional intelligence. Remember, she's not playing games. She's signaling interest, curiosity, and emotional availability. She's inviting you in, but she's leaving the lead to you. That's not just an opportunity, it's a rare gift, one that most men ignore and one that can completely transform your interactions, your confidence, and the way women see you. So here's the final truth. Attraction is never passive. Desire is activated by action. When you recognize her subtle signals and respond with courage, you take the invisible thread she's been offering and turn them into connection, intimacy, and chemistry that can't be ignored. The signs are all there. The permission is implicit. The question now is simple. Will you make the first move, or will you let hesitation steal what could be yours? The choice is yours, but the moment is now.